Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. No, I'm just fucking with you. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Anyways, what's going on, guys? It's Thundershot. Welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 2 Chao Garden playthrough. As you can see, you might have to rewind the video to the very beginning, but Shadow here was actually playing with his toy car that he won, so that's kind of neat. Anyways, what we're going to do right now... Oh, look at him. He can swim. He doesn't struggle like the little ones. Anyways, what we're going to do now is first we're going to go see if I've been in the Chao Garden long enough. So I didn't really do a lot off camera. I leveled Shadow up, the Chao, of course, in a couple of stats. He just went up a level or two in like one or two different stats. It was like flying and power and maybe a swimming. I don't remember. But the goal was to get him high enough so that way he could beat that last race we haven't won, that flying race. But first we're going to see if I spent enough time in the classroom to recover my Chao. And as indicated by the little targets by their name, I did. So we're actually going to pick up Phelps because I forgot to write down... we're going to pick up Phelps first because I forgot to write down... what his stats were last time. I need to do that. But also what happens when you go back, it's not like, you know how when I went there I had to take all four of them individually and it was stupid? When you take them all back, you leave, like even though I'm taking them all right now, I'm taking Chao, taking them all. When I go to leave, I'm obviously not going to be able to carry 4 Chao, so I'm only going to have Phelps here. Carrying Phelps in my hand. All the other 3 are just teleported back to the garden, so I don't have to worry about anything. So that's kind of nice. But let's check the health center real quick. Let me get my pin. Sorry about that. Your Chao is very good. Please take good care of your Chao. Okay, so I have to write down. I knew he had an A in swimming because I named him Phelps, but looking at his other stats, his flying is god-awful, which is okay. Swimming's the second best stat next to running, which is a D, so he might not be okay after all. Power is a C, and his stamina is a B. So overall, you take away that swimming stat, and he basically sucks, because stamina is not a good stat to begin. But... swimming is the second best stat overall, just because you can move so fast and pass the other people so well when you're swimming. But aside from that, let's go get all these other Chao back in our garden. And then we're going to be able to move on. First, we're going to go see if Shadow can beat those 2 races. I will do Soul. I promise I will get Soul to where he could beat all those races sooner or later. As you can see, all the Chao are back. They can't swim, and then fucking Shadow's over here like, oh, what's up, guys? Backstroke? Yeah, just don't mind me. I'm just totally kicking your ass. I have 4 wings and a tail. And then these dudes are like, we're fucking drowning. Save us. They'll never drown. They can manage long enough until they get to the side, then they'll just crawl up. But look at him. He's like, poor Thud. You can do it. You can do it, Thud. I believe in you. You're turning away from the wall. Okay, yeah, and then he made it. He made it. Now, Phelps here, check this out. He can straight up fly. Or no, this is Shadow. Why do I keep calling him Phelps? He really likes Shadow, by the way. But here, we'll watch him walk forward. And usually he just takes off. Nope. Oh, that sucks. He must have wanted to be in the water. Sometimes if you put him on the edge, he'll go, and then he'll just take off flying, and he'll make like a couple laps around the garden. But speaking of laps, let's go racing. You see Chao Karate there. I know you see it, and people are going to have questions. We're going to get to Chao Karate eventually, trust me. The problem is that there's not nearly as much to Chao Karate as there is races, so I'm going to give you bits and pieces. They're all here now. So, Rusty is just a happy motherfucker, man. Look at him. Thud's there. Viagra. Poor Viagra. Phelps and Boobies. And then, of course, we have Shadow and Soul. We're going to pick Shadow because I want him to beat this stupid race. So, Stumo Valley. I'm still taken back by the fact that it's not Stump Valley, but okay. I don't know if I've ever let this beginning animation play out, so here it goes. Your Chao always goes to the #1 slot. You can kind of get a gauge on which Chao are walking. As you can see, the Chao in 6 is clearly the best flyer, given how he looks. He's the purplest one. His ears go back. I mean, he's got the 2 spikes back, so the Chao in lane 6 is going to be the best flyer out of all of us. I upgraded his flying one, his swimming one, and his power one. They all went up either 1 level or 2, so I'm hoping that's enough of a push since running isn't a huge deal here and he already shit whips everyone at running anyways. That with the extra push, the little bit in flying, swimming, and climbing are all going to help him. So let's get another head start here. If he sticks to the right lane, we've got this. See, you remember how last time he ran over to the left like a retard? He's doing it again. He's kind of going to the left, and then he wants to take the outside lane coming back. He's still on the right side. But yeah, that one from lane 6 kicked our ass here. But I think we've got this one, because we're going to outrun all these dudes to hell, right? That shouldn't be a problem. As long as he doesn't run straight to the outside lane like a complete idiot, we've got this. All right, he's got this. Let's stamina our way to the end, because Oh my god, suck our balls. That was too easy. Somebody give us a challenge. Give us that first place medal. Forever pinned to our chest. Oh, and for finishing the beginner races, we also get an emblem, so that's kind of neat. There are multiple emblems you can get throughout the Chao Garden. And that is our first one. Also, we've unlocked 2 other race types. Jewel races, which I'll explain more on later. Which basically, jewel races are like the beginner races, but harder. As you can see, if you look at the map of the course, they're significantly longer than our beginner races were. Sorry, my bird was acting up. They're significantly longer than our beginner races were. And, but other than that, they're basically the same thing. Like Aquamarine is obviously going to be a test of your swimming skills. Topaz might be power or running. Topaz might be running. I don't remember completely. Oh, here we go. It says it on the bottom. Flying. Key to winning is flying. Well, forgive me. And even if your Chao has the best flying possible, due to how long this race is and the fact that you can only fly so far, you can have maxed out flying, but if your other stats are crap, you were never going to win this race. On the other hand, since flying is kind of useless, somewhat, it could be argued, if your stats are fantastic and everything, but suck in flying, you can still win this race. And we'll get into more of that later when I actually do the races. This one's the running one because it's just a big straight line. You literally don't use any other ability besides running. I remember that race. And then this one's power, of course the last one. And then if we do all 4 of these, we might unlock 2 more at the bottom, but that'll be interesting. We're so not ready to do these now, though. It's insane. That's why we're going to wait. That's why I'm not doing it in the races now, because we would get our butts handed to us. And then we're going to have a look at the challenge races over here. Excuse me, taking a drink of Coke. So the first one, you actually have to do the race for the picture to pop up, but it says challenge the strong gold and silver rivals, and basically you're going to be racing gold and silver Chao through an insanely long course. Look at how long that course is. That thing is huge, but yeah, so our stamina being level 2, even if we didn't cheer on Soul or Shadow at all, our stamina probably still wouldn't be able to take us to the finish line alone. Like, it would probably run out. That's how far away we are from actually doing these races. Now, luckily for you, most of that stuff's going to happen over time that I may be cutting out or speeding up and leveling up, which I will. Look at him. Look at him, fucking beast. Just flying. I guess he was hungry. There you go, man. We could get a tree seed and have him plant a tree for us if we wanted to. Let's do that. Be very careful when you're spin dashing. It's much less harmful as Shadow, but when you're Sonic, you have the bounce bracelet. You can totally bounce bracelet on top of a Chao by accident. They don't like that. They'll start to cry and hate Sonic, and it's really sad, and it might eventually kill them one day. But no, back to happy thoughts. Chao can get pretty fucking dark, though, I'm not gonna lie. So let's grab us. We won't be picky. Let's just do a strong seed. We want one to last a while. We have 7 Chao in our garden. We're just gonna go with it. We're kind of waiting right now anyway, so I'm gonna have him plant the seed, and I'm probably gonna send more people back to the daycare. We'll leave Viagra out this time. They both started in the same spot. He doesn't give a fuck at all. Boobies may be our hero, but I'll get more to that. There's so much I will get more into later. Okay. So here you go, Shadow. It's your time to shine, buddy. He's got the thing to plant it. He's got the water spout. But does he know what to do with it? Moment of truth. Come on, you little shit. I always thought it would be funny if you could somehow, like, let's just say you get your Chao to where he just barely can't run yet. He's just barely not big enough to run. Or his run stat isn't big enough to run, but you force-fed him so much fruit, his stamina's through the roof. So let's just say, like, because your stamina's so high, like, everything else could be fine. Swimming, flying, whatever. That could all be maxed out, but your running would have to be, like, just underneath before he can actually walk when he's still crawling like these guys. But your stamina was so high you could actually stamina him through the whole race. What would happen if your Chao could only crawl, but you gave him a seed? Assuming he could win all 3 races because you gave him because he had so much stamina. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I always thought it would look weird. Shadow, you might be a dumbass. Any other knowledgeable Chao would have found this by now. Speaking of knowledgeable, We all know at this point how there is a swimming stat, flying stat, running stat, power stat, and then stamina stat. There are actually, somebody hacked the game code a while back, I mean a long while back, and found out that there are 2 hidden stats you can't see on your Chao. Luck and intelligence. And I guess the key to making your Chao lucky and or smart, which we'll see the luck and intelligence factors come in later, but I think luck may have something to do with how often they trip. Oh, he found it. He got an exclamation. So he's shoveling it out. Look at him go. Yeah, get the shovel in the dirt. Look at him. He's adorable. He plants it. Plants it. He's moonwalking. Now he's watering it with his little elephant spout. Now he's gonna do some shaman rain dance. Oh, look at him go. I wish I could do it, but I can't. I am but a pissed off black hedgehog. And there we go, he's done. Whoa, shit, okay. And that'll grow, and then it'll start dropping trees and stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna go drop off every Chao, every baby Chao that's still new to the garden besides Viagra to the Chao garden. I'll be right back. Okay, I cut that out because you guys don't need to see it every single time I take one of them somewhere. But right now I want to find Viagra, who is drowning right now. And we're going to feed him fruit because he is our stamina guy. So of course he's going to need a lot of stamina. Now, I take them to the Chao garden because I don't want them to age quite as fast as the 2 Chao I started with. And again, well, just once again, we're going to get to that later. Also, on top of that, I figured they'll be hungry by the time they get back out, and also that'll be about the time that this tree is fully sprouted too, so it'll probably work out in the end. Anyways, what we're gonna do now is I need to level up Soul. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna level up Soul. I have no idea if you guys are gonna even give a shit to watch Soul compete in all 3 of the final races, but I'll do it again anyway. So we're gonna go get some stuff to level up old Soul. I'm just going to be doing tail stuff, and then I'm going to be leveling up Soul, so that's going to be pretty much the gist of it, but I will be back when I'm done with that. So I figured I'd do an update because I'm bored and I've been doing this for a while. I was in the middle of giving Soul some Chao drives when the asshole fell asleep on me, so I decided I was going to go pick up everyone else from the daycare, but as you can see, I picked up everyone else from the daycare. They're still happy little douchebags roaming around here. And our tree is growing in. It's fully grown now, and it's actually starting to sprout fruit, so it'll have fruit soon. The fruit will look different, but it will act the exact same as the fruit we have in the garden now, so nothing special about it. And eventually that tree will die. It's not permanent, even though it's a strong, long-lasting seed. It will not make it forever. I've been feeding these guys. Another reason I take them to the daycare, especially because I was about to start giving Soul Chao drives, is because it's having all the other Chao in the garden is actually a hazard. Not a hazard, it's not like dangerous to their health, but it's, if I have 7 Chao in the garden as opposed to 3, it's a lot more likely that while I'm trying to give Soul Chao drives, another Chao will walk up and take the Chao drive from me, so that also sucks. But now I'm just waiting for Soul to wake up from his nap, and then after he wakes up from his nap, we should be pretty close level-wise to being able to take on all 3 of those races with Soul. After that, I figured I'd show off karate, and then we start making some huge... Oh yeah, tails spin one way. Obviously, if you spin with them, they go faster. If you spin away from them, he goes impossibly slower. Anyways, Soul woke up, so I'm going to get finished giving him his Soul drives. But anyways, yeah, after we do this, after we finish the 3 races with Soul, we do karate tournaments, and then after that, we start making some gigantic leaps forward in the whole world of Chao Garden. It's going to be amazing. Soul is awake, he's happy, he's shaking his tail, and I'm going to go force some more... Chao steroids down his throat. Be back in a minute.